I've been in school for about 23 years, and during that time I got some insights in what you actually need to learn and also what was a total waste of time. Let's say that you lost your memory and had to learn every school subject all over again. What would actually be useful to know? The most important thing is that you have a good reading and listening comprehension of the English language. This language comprehension is the pathway to how you obtain further knowledge. Read books, play video games, and watch movies to obtain this skill. Then you need to know very basic math. I have to admit that even though I have a PhD in physics, I hated every hour I had to learn this subject. And do you know what? When you actually start working as a physicist, it is common that the most advanced math you will ever do is Excel spreadsheets. The only thing you need is to be able to use the basic function of a calculator. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, and how percentages work. Pen and paper calculations is for 99% of the population a total waste of time now that we have computers. When you can understand English and very basic, 5th grade level math, the third most important thing to learn is stock investing. Why is this important, you might ask? It is because we spend so much time learning skills that make us good wage slaves, but we never learn the basics of how to make your money make money for you so that you can break free from the rat race. What you need to know is that you have to spend less money than you earn each month. And with that saved money, you buy index funds or just pick some random stocks that make products that you usually buy. Since you know percentages, you can comprehend that index funds grow with an average of 9% per year. So invest as much as you can and decrease your spending as much as you can, and you will eventually reach financial independence. That's it. That is what you actually need to know. And then it's up to you to figure out what you want to do. And this is where many people go wrong. The most common path is unfortunately that people believe that they have to go to school in order to do what they want. While this might legally be the case if you, for instance, need to get the license to practice law or medicine, but today there is no real reason why you have to go to school in order to learn. You see, I don't think that humans are designed to learn stuff by sitting at the desk and reading books, because this deprives what you learn from all the context of why this is important to you. And your brain is excellent at filtering out unimportant information. So you might end up studying for an exam, getting a decent grade, and then 2 weeks after completely forget what you learned. I can remember that we studied electronics for a quarter, where the only focus was to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to calculate the voltages in amplifier circuits. After this, we could say that we studied electronics at a university level, but many of my classmates didn't even know what a diode was, because it was not included in that particular course, making them worthless at applying their skills into real problems. And I see this as a very common problem with university degrees, that you specialize solving very specific problems while missing out on the full picture. So instead, I would recommend you to learn by doing. With the advent of the internet, information is free and accessible to everyone, so it's as easy as ever to get started. And if you get stuck and cannot proceed, then you sit down at the desk and start reading up on the theory and the tricks that enables you to proceed. Once you gathered enough information, you go back and continue your project. With this approach, you get the context of what you are doing and why it is important, which makes you learn much quicker. Do you want to know which school subject which was of most importance to me for getting a PhD in experimental physics? It sure as hell wasn't math. Except for English, it was actually shop class. Being able to quickly tweak your experimental setup to suit your needs in order to answer your hypotheses is far more important than making up physical models that you have no idea how to verify. It saddens me that many practical-minded people get locked out of science or engineering because of the belief that they need a university-level understanding of math in order to contribute. But when you actually start solving problems at the place you work at, a math understanding is far from the limiting factor, and decreasingly less as more intuitive software gets developed. But what if you're self-taught and companies won't hire you unless you have a degree? What should you do then? Well, my first comment is that you probably do not want to work at a company where the main criteria is if you have a university degree or not, because then you will probably just be put in a cubicle, doing paperwork and attending meaningless meetings all day. It might pay a decent salary, but your life will be empty. In a company who actually care about achieving results and have not outsourced their hiring process to an HR department, they are more interested in what you can do or have done rather than what school you have gone to.
College or which university?
No, there's no need even to have a college degree at all, or even high school. I mean, if somebody graduated from a great university, that may be an indication that they will be capable of great things, but it's not necessarily the case. You know, if you look at, say, people like Bill Gates or Larry Ellison, Steve Jobs, these guys didn't graduate from college.
Dropouts, yeah.
But if you had a chance to hire them, of course, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know, just looking just for evidence of exceptional ability. And if there's a track record of exceptional achievement, then it's likely that that will continue into the future.
Instead of school, I would say it's a much better learning experience to start a company or join a startup that are doing something that you are passionate about. So don't wait for school to teach you. Start learning now. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you want to know what I was building in the background. Also, check out some of my other videos. See you in the next one.